Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and look at this visual on the screen. This is absolutely brilliant. A depiction of an integral function of the integral of x cubed dx. It's a lovely idea. This is by Evan, and I don't know if we've had an Evan feature on the channel once 3 years ago who had a surname Shannon. I don't know if this is the same Evan or not, but this has been recommended to us, and I love the picture of the graph here. The rules are fairly straightforward if you've seen us using these blue, green, and pink lines before, but I will go through them in a moment. Now, don't forget, oh well, there's a load going on around the Sudoku and puzzle world. So at the moment in China, we're in the middle of the World Sudoku and World Puzzle Championships. I believe that the World Sudoku Championship has been dominated by the home nation. The 1, 2, 3 were all Chinese, with Ming Le-Chan finishing miles in front, so very well done to him. The second place was an under-18, Chu Suje, and that's a fantastic result. Third was, I want to say, our very own Tan Tan Dai. Tan Tan has appeared in a video on this channel where we interviewed her and got her to solve a puzzle for us, and it was mind-blowing how fast she is. And the idea that two people have beaten her in the world is incredible. Kane Puzzles, who sometimes sets for us, Chan Ercharan, who's also under 18 from Turkey, got in the top 10, and well done to him. Philippe Meyer won the over 50s competition. I think he was my runner-up last year in that segment. So very well done to him, Frenchman, fantastic. So that's been going on. This coming weekend, there's the Times Crossword Championship. So Simon and I are going along to that. And then the following weekend, we're appearing in Stratford-upon-Avon to do a kind of Sudoku workshop and Q&A. So we're really looking forward to seeing some of you there. Maybe one or two of the audience will be wearing I'm One of Simon's Favourite People t-shirts, which have been selling very well on the channel and on our merchandise sort of outlet. And you can link to them in the video. You could get yourself a mug like this on the merch. So do look at the links under the video. They'll take you to the merch, to Sven's SUDOKU Pad, to our apps, which feature Killer Sudoku and Line Sudoku and Domino Sudoku. They'll take you to our Patreon site, where we have recently released, or re-released, but free this time, the Duality by the Skunkworks pack, where all the lines have at least 2 functions, and that's a teaser for November's Patreon reward, which will be Duality 2. October's Patreon reward is already out there. That is still got 3 days to run. It's the Paint by Numbers Institute's Caroline's Halloween Adventure pack of Japanese sums Sudokus. So there's so much to do around the channel. But you could also watch this video, try this puzzle, comment, like, subscribe, do those things, because we appreciate any and all engagement. And I'm going to go through the rules of this puzzle now. So there is a rumour that not only is this accurate maths, but that this is relatively approachable. So let's see how we get on. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's the numbers 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Now, a pink line contains a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeats. So this could be the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in some order, for instance. Box borders divide a blue line into segments of equal sums. So those 3 digits will equal the same as that and the same as that. 2 cells connected by a green line have a difference of at least 5. German Whispers rule. Digits in a cage sum to the indicated total. So those 3 add up to 12. Cells joined by a black X or V sum to 10 for an X or 5 for a V. Now, just to clarify, the puzzle includes 2 straight 2-cell pink lines. That's one of them, and that's another. And 2 straight 2-cell green lines. That's one of them, and that's another. So we're not looking at lines that fork or anything. We're just looking on these X's at very straight lines. Give it a try. I'm going to start now. Let's see how we get on. Let's get cracking. Let's get cracking with a 5 in the corner. Single cell killer cage is the best kind of giveaway there is. And that's a 1-3 pair in the 4 cage. Okay, let's look at this Renban. With a 1 on it, it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not a 3. So these 2 digits, in this, well, in fact, all 4 digits remaining in box 1 are all high. But on the Renban, no, sorry, on the German Whisper, that means that both of these are low. They've got to have a difference of 5. So we're selecting from 1, 2, and 4 there. Now, what next? If we... I'm going to add up this column. Right, I'm going to share a secret with you that some of my and Simon's favourite people already know. And that is that the sum of every row, box, and indeed column in a Sudoku is exactly the same. It's always 45, because that is the sum of the digits 1 to 9. Now, in this column, the highlighted column adds up to 45, but that cage adds up to 11, that pair to 10, and this is a naked 5, actually. Look, where else does 5 go? Well, it's not naked, it's a hidden single. Where else can 5 go in the column? Not in that box with that 5 and not on the X. So these add up to 26 and these add up to 19, and that doesn't actually clear up any confusion. That could be a 2 going with 9, 8 or a 4 going with a pair adding to 15, so I don't know. Bother. Right, what do we do next? All been going interestingly so far. We could do maths on this box as well. 11, 20, 25. These 3 add up to 20 and they don't have a 5 in. Well, I can tell they have a 9 in. I could have probably told that by the fact that 9 can't go in either of those cages. That's a simpler way of seeing that. And then 2 other digits that add up to 11 here, which are either 7, 4 or 8, 3. This cage is either 3, 6 or 2, 7 because it can't have 1 or 5 in it. No, I don't really know what to do next. Okay, what shall we do? Oh, an 11 cage, that's 1, 2, 3, 5. That means the X in the column is a 4, 6 pair. Everything else in the column is 7, 8 or 9. And that's telling us a bit about this D-shaped Renban. It's got at least 7 and 8 on it. And I don't think that can... Oh, it could be 4. It must have a 5 on the line somewhere. And that's now got to be in one of those cells. And that means this 14 cage is a 6, 8 pair. And that means this 13 cage in the same box isn't 6, 7 or 8, 5. It's 9, 4. We know the order from the V, so we can, if we're in the right mode, we can fill in the digits of 9, 4 and 1 there. Now that makes this a 3 and that a 1. 2, 5 and 7 are the remaining digits in this box. That can't be a 2 in the 13 cage. This is now 6 or 8. Oh, we can work out what this line adds up to, and we could have done from the very beginning by subtracting 45 in this box from the total of all these cages, which is 61. 17, 21. Just checking my maths. Yeah, 61 minus that 45 means the blue N, the blue line sum, is 16. And that means this is 9 or 7 now. But 16 is therefore also the total here. These 2 add up to 11. That can't be a 2 anymore because we can't put 9 in there. That can't be a 6 because we can't put 5 in here. So this is 4 or 8. And this is now 6 or 2. 16 is the N. Is that any use here? No, I doubt it. We'll get back to that. Right. Now, 6 and 8 can't go on this line. That means I know that 8 is on the line because 2 of the numbers from 7, 8, 9 are on it. So 8's in one of those cells and that's not an 8. I mean, we're quite close to breaking in. This 11 cage, can it be 8-2-1? That would be a 4 and a 6-9 and a 3-7. If that's a 4, this can't be 2-5 or 4-3. Then it's 4-1-6. 5-2-9-8. So this X is always 3-7. And that doesn't quite finish us off. I mean, we're getting close, actually. Okay, now I'm going to add these cages and subtract from 90. 17, 34, 47, 59, 70. Again, this group of 3 cells, just like that one, sums to 20. This time I don't know whether there's a 9 in it, but it's got this digit in it. So if that was a 4, this is a 7-9 pair. If that's a 6, this is a 9-5 pair. So that is 5, 7, or 9 under any circumstances. Okay, come on. We've got 3 there and 3 there. One of these is a 3. We've got 5. No, I don't know about 5 down here. Not enough anyway. 16 on the blue line. So if they're 20 and that's 16, that's 36. These 3 add up to 9. Now that either means that's a 1 or that this is a 2, 3, 4 group. Which wouldn't work, actually. This can't be a 2, 3, 4 group because that would be 5. And these would be 7, 9, but we've had 4. So that's not a 2, 3, 4 group, that's a 1. These 2 add up to 8. They're not 1, 7. They're either 2, 6 or 3, 5. Okay, I don't quite know what to do with that. That can't be a 5. We've got everything reduced to 2 possibilities. It's really, oh look, 4 there says that's a 1, 2 pair. That doesn't actually help with the green lining much. 2 in one of those cells. 2 in one of those cells means one of these is a 2. 3, 6, 8, 5. These are from 4, 5, 7, 9 by Sudoku in the column. Now, there's got to be a 5 here. Okay, I don't know the answer again. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9, 1 there. We've got these X's that or these Ren bands that I haven't used. They're quite difficult to use. Right. Okay, I'm going to add these cages now. They add up to 41. And that means, by the law of leftovers, since this group adds up to 45, the difference is that cell versus that cell. And there's a difference of 4, where this one is bigger by 4 than that one. So this is 6, 7, or 9. Well, that wasn't that helpful. Oh, somewhere this will just crack open and we'll be aware. Okay, those 2 cells add up to 11 in this cage, don't they? So what does that mean? We need an 8 on this line because there's got to be an 8 in the box somewhere. And the line adds up to 16. That's the n of the line. We've worked that out. So this is either 826 or 835 on the line. If it was 826, there can't be a 4 on the line. Now there's an 8 on it, or it would need to repeat. So the only place for 4 in the box is there. This is now a 6 here. That hasn't told me how this line is made up, annoyingly. That 6 comes out of that cell at least. That's not interesting. Is the 4 any use? Not really. Oh, yes, it is. Those 2 had to add up to 20 with the 4, so they're a definite 7-9 pair, which is what I was expecting all along. Now, 17, 30, these add up to 15. If that was a 9, we've got 1, 2, 3 here. If that's a 7, These add up to 8. There's always a 1 in them. That's obvious anyway. But by Sudoku, there's a 1 in one of those cells. It's not quite resolved. Not quite again. 17. Or there's a 1 there. That's not interesting. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. We've got to place 6 and 8 in this box. I've never quite worked out this cage, have I? 9, 10, 9, 2, 5, 1 works. If there's a 7 in it, there can't be a 7 in it. Is that right? That's been available for a long time. I haven't seen that. Is that definitely true? If there was a 7 in it, you'd need 2 other digits adding up to 9. That's not possible. There is no 7 in that cage. That's been available for ages. If you were shouting that at the screen, you were dead right. Right, that's a 7, that's a 6. This adds up to 16 now. Now, that means 4 and 5 are in these cells. 4's in one of those two, 5's in one of those two. One of these is a 5. That's not so helpful. If that's a 5, this is a 2, 6 pair. One, 6, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. That digit is 7 or 8 by elimination. And this column, we need a 3 in one of those. That is a naked 8. Hadn't seen that coming. Sees that given 3 and 5 in the top row. Right, that can't be 8. That's 8 on the Renban over there. And the third 8 in the top 3 rows is there. Now, we know the parity of this digit. Let's add up the column again. 15, 20. Oh, that 8 is making that a 4. Now, we have to make blue add up to 16. So that's a 7. That's a 2 to make the cage work. These two add up to 7. They're not 4, 3 or 5, 2. They are 1, 6. That's a 2. That's a 9. Okay, the German whispers are all going to be fine, unfortunately. They're telling us nothing. Down here, we can put in 3 there, and then there's a 9, 8 pair. That makes this digit a 6. 9, 8, 4, 7, 3, 6. That's 2 or 5. And that's the 1 in the row. And that's not a 3. This is a 2, 5 pair in this row. In fact, 8, 6 there are resolved. Oh, this might all come together now. 4, 8 there. That's a 3. And this is a 7, 9 pair. Well, there's only one way to make up the 13 cage. 15, 17. So that's all working now. 2 there. This has to be a 3, 5 pair, I think, because this has to be an 8, 6 pair, and we know the order now. The 9 has given us the order of the 7, 9. That puts 7 on this line, which isn't really what I wanted, but it takes 7 off that side of the line and out of that cell. Oh, I see, that 7 now sees everything here. So 4, 5, 9 there. So now I can fill in 2, 7. That's an 8. This is where 5 goes. That's where 4 goes. And this is a 3 to complete the box. 9 and 1 to complete the row. 3 and 7 to finish that X. 4 and 8 are a pair in the row. But I've done the 8, 9 pair, so I can do the 8, 4 pair. 6 and 2 there. That's a 4. That's a 3. 6 in the corner. Look at the top row now. That's a naked 1, but that's 4 or 9. Now we've got these X's. There can't be a 9 on either of them because 8 isn't on them either. So there we go. Didn't really need that much to do with the X's. Never mind about that. What have we got here? 6 and 7. Now, let's finish off some of the digits down at the bottom. Actually, I can't do those. 2 and 4 here. Oh, look, the 3, 5 deadly pattern. No, it's resolved by the cages as easily as by the Renbans. So there we go. That is the integral of x cubed. nearly 500 people have done that. I think just off Logic Masters Germany, but it's a lovely visual, and it's a straightforward puzzle. And I got to faff around with it in the bottom when I was missing some very easy deductions. But there we go. Good fun. Well done, Evan. And thank you for watching, as always. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.